What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video in my tutorial series for Java. Now today we are going to be talking about switch statements, and what a switch statement is basically a way for you to control the flow of your program, similar to an if statement. Right, we basically had an if statement, so if this else that, right? That was a basically we only had two options. Either we're gonna do the first statement or the second statement. That's what an if statement does. Now for switch statements, we can have multiple cases, right? And perform one of the following. So why don't we go ahead and do this? So pretend we own a website that filters our content. We sell a lot of alcohol, right? For instance. So int age, we'll just say 21. All right? And we're going to create our switch statement here by using the following: switch, and we're going to place the variable age within, and we're going to open our block statements with these curly braces, right? Curly bracers. Okay, it's not curly things right here. All right, curly brackets right here. And what does this mean? Well, this basically means, okay, we're going to perform a conditional, and it's all going to depend on the value of age. So why don't we go ahead and do the following? So here's the syntax for it. We're going to type case, perhaps if his age, and we're going to compare the age. So if the age is perhaps 9, we're going to say the following. Uh, Perhaps something like, you are way too young, young buck. Out of here. Alright? We're not the friendliest. Um, and the next thing we gotta do is we gotta create this break statement right here. And I'm gonna explain what this break statement does just in a little bit. Alright? But for now, just put that in there. And perhaps we have case 18. And we'll say, come back in 3 years, bud. Too young. Alright, and lastly, oops, create this break right here again. Like I said, I'm gonna explain this in a little bit. Case 21. And we're gonna have the following. Welcome to my bar. Alright, now when we run this code, what is going to happen? Well, here's the following. I'm gonna walk you through it. When we have age equals 21, when we run it through this switch statement right here with the variable age, what it's basically saying is this. Okay, take a look at the variable age. If the variable age has a value of 9, this is what we want to do. If variable age has a value 18, this is what we want to do. And lastly, if variable age has a value of 21, this is what we want to do. Now, as I promised, I'm gonna now explain what the break statement does. All right. So when you use a switch statement, here's what actually happens. It's going to attempt to run through each and every one of these cases, of um, if regardless if it was indeed true or not. So, for instance, if I had the number 21 here. All right, if I had the number 21 here, if I did not have this break statement, after after it prints this out, because case 21, our age is indeed 21, it's going to compare age and 21, and those are equivalent. So it's going to print this statement out, but it's not going to stop right there. It's going to continue checking the next case. So case 18, case 9, and we already know for a fact that this is the only statement that can be executed. Okay, so out of all these cases, only one of which can be executed, um, because only one can be true, only one of which can be true. And that, my friends, is where the break statement comes in. So what we are telling our program to do is essentially this. When you find a matching case, after you do what you gotta do, right, break out of this loop right here. I'm sorry, break out of this block right here. So when you find this, after you execute this statement, don't bother searching through other cases and checking if they are equivalent. Just break out of this little block right here, this switch block. All right, that is what the break statement does. And another thing I do want to tell you is the following. Now, if we had something that well, actually, let me just run this program right here, and I'll explain that later. Let's run this program, and we should expect to get the value of you are way too young. Oh, wait, I switched the values earlier, but anyways, this is what we should expect to get, which is not the right input we want. Let's switch this back to what we had before, 9, 21. Now let's run this program. It should say, welcome to my bar. All right, great. Now let's switch the age. If he's 9, what happens? We should expect this line right here to print, right? So let's take a look. We have this, and that is what happens. You are way too young, young buck. Get out of here. All right. Now another thing I want to talk to you about that is unique to the not unique, but is within the switch statements is a default statement. Now, what does a default statement mean? A default statement basically does the following: if none of these cases are true, then I want you to work on the default case. Well, in fact, it's not. Yeah, if none of the cases are true, work on the default case. Okay, so here's what we have. So system dot out dot print. Perhaps we'll say um, you're an alien. You're an alien, like that, and just like that. And the reason we could put a break statement here, but the reason we don't even have to bother with the break statement is because, remember, all a break statement does is it breaks out of this conditional when a case when you have done something that you are happy with. Okay, so if this is set, if case is 9, we are happy with it, we don't want to bother looking at all these other cases, we will break out of it. However, the break statement, I mean the default statement, is at the very end of this statement, if of this block right here. So it actually doesn't even matter if you had a break statement or not, because fact of the matter is it's going to execute the next line after this. This is the last line. All right. Now, so if we switch this to something that doesn't even match none of these cases, we should have the last default statement printed out right here. You're an alien. There we go. And that is all I have to say about switch statements. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up down below and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.